Last week, I introduced the Crasher Series and we had the first look at Good Shot. How about this week, we go behind the decks and pull out the 7 tracks that the series is based on. Now, these aren't just great tracks, they're time machines to many meaningful moments. The Crasher Series is here to celebrate those moments and make many new ones, with completely fresh remixes and full cinematic worlds to get lost in. So let's go behind the decks, pull out the tracks, and then watch the new trailers. And I want to ask you to take notes as we go along of which ones you like the best, as I've got a question for you at the end. Welcome behind my decks and to the vinyl collection from which I pulled the original tracks to base the Crasher Series on. We'll go more in depth with the individual tracks and the artists behind them later in the series, but let's crack on now with the trailers. Let's start with Good Shot. Anyone that knows the original will know that highly iconic bass line, and obviously I've got that running right through my remix and powering the energy of the cinematic EDM experience. This one is well underway. Let's check out the trailer.
Good shot, kid. I think you got him.
Could everyone stop getting shot? Could everyone stop getting shot?
Next up is Lange, I Believe, and more specifically the DJ Tandu remix. Now, I absolutely love both versions of this track, both the Lange one and the Tandu one. The reason I chose the Tandu one is because of the hook line. Very, very memorable, very memorable. And that is what I based the Homage and the remix on. Cracking tune, loved it from the moment I heard it. Let's roll the trailer.
As you take me on.
Chicane Saltwater. What can I say about this one? An absolute timeless classic. Hauntingly beautiful and in a league of its own. And a fun fact actually for the Crasher series, the original video for this track was mostly shot in Gatecrasher, and I was there at that night while it was being filmed. Now, I didn't make the cut of the video, so 2025, I thought, might as well make my own. Roll the trailer. Atlantis, Fiji, a beautiful, epic, uplifting trance track. So I thought to myself, let's twist things up a little bit. Let's spin it on its head. My version is definitely Beauty Meets the Beast with a very sinister edge, with both the remix and what I've got planned for the cinematic EDM. Let's roll the trailer. CRW, I Feel Love, made by the man himself, Mauro Picotto. Now, when I was going through my record collection to check the other tunes I got of Mauro Picotto, I realised he's the guy I've got the most tracks made by out of my whole collection by quite a long way. I was actually quite surprised. This one had some great remixes when it was first released, so not wanting to do something the same as what's been done already, I put a whole new spin in it. Check out the trailer, see what you think. This one's from another of my all-time favourite producers, Marco V, Simulated. Now, Marco V, highly prolific, often working with his production partner, Benjamin K, under many different aliases, such as Southside Spinners with Love Struck, Out of Grace with Anglia. Amazing, iconic tunes. This one, Simulated, way ahead of its time, tech trance classic, and I'm very honoured and proud to have remixed it and to be creating a cinematic experience and universe for it. Let's roll the trailer.
If you love me, if you love me, all night, all night. If you love me, all night. All night.
Now, this one for me is the ultimate wild card tune, Groove Zone Eisbaer. It originally came out back in 1997 and is just so different to anything else. Apparently we got a full release in the UK in the year 2000, but I never ever saw it in a record shop on full release. I got this from Funky Monkey in Nottingham. Big up them, great little independent store there, on a pressing with a few other tunes. So absolutely love this one. Whenever I dropped it, people went absolutely crazy. Whenever you heard it dropped in a club, the crowd always went wild. So different, so unique, such a quirky gen. My remix, I've kept the quirkiness and added a new dimension. Let's check out the trailer. So there you have it, 7 worlds waiting to be fully built. As you already know, I'm deep at work on Good Shot. But the path from there is unwritten. So the question for you is simple. What comes next? I'm inviting you to tell me. Just leave the name of the track you're most excited to see the cinematic full experience for, and your votes will decide the production schedule. To follow the journey even closer, join me in Visionaries to get the front row seat. Now let me know in the comments, what's next? Cheers.